It could be like their coffee order is a red flag.
مثلا طبعا the Spanish latte fiasco is not okay. You ain't drinking no Spanish latte
Or
around
for
me.
Celine, if they wear socks with slides,
No.
that's a red flag for
No.
Celine.
Take them off.
Accent? ولا؟
Back to the accent. خلاص. The accent of yours became a thing.
Milord.
أيوة.
It's opening يعني opening act. Yeah man.
Welcome
Wagwan.
to this Fareel podcast.
Welcome to my yard.
Rastafari.
Rastafari mai. Or telling you hola mami qué pasa? ¿Cómo está?
هذا already قاعد يطلع بالحلقة.
Wagwan Delilah. Did you say
Yes.
ما راح نصور احنا اليوم. With the whole Bridgerton vibe that you're are you binge watching it right now?
Sorta, kinda. Thanks to Lily.
Okay. Thank you, Lily.
She made me start it. Man, it's been on my list for a while. I just haven't had I haven't been in the mood to watch it. And then it's a type of show you need to focus on because
تقريبا.
it's proper English and some, like Shakespearean English where you have to be focusing. So I was like, okay, I have some time now. Let me watch it.
How do you like it?
It's amazing, Your Grace.
Don't grace me. Thank you, but don't grace me.
getting affected by it, influenced.
حبيت. Am I going to see you in a corset soon?
Well, the fashion is cool for one day
It
only,
is.
not everyday thing. Like imagine having to wear that every day when you go out.
لا راح أختنق.
Oh my God, it's too much.
أنا قاعدة أفكر بهالحر wearing a corset.
Imagine
no
in
way.
the heat and the dress is heavy. You have to carry it with the gloves on and feathers in your hair
And full face of makeup and whatnot.
Yeah, so
I can't
do it.
I can't.
Only occasionally for the ball. But yeah, been watching it.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been annoying her with the accent. BTS.
A little bit. Minor inconvenience.
Un poquito.
Minor inconvenience.
So, tell me.
We have a topic today.
A juicy one.
Hopefully. Well, definitely it's going to be a juicy one.
Yeah.
I think we all need the inputs of everyone today.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how to start because it's على قولتك. It is a juicy topic.
It's a juicy
I'm just going to dive right in.
The red flags.
Yes.
We've all seen them. We've all witnessed them. A lot of us have experienced them.
Yes.
So it's a very common factor.
Yeah.
Very relatable topic. And
if you didn't see them, you might heard of some.
some people didn't know them until too late.
Yes.
So I've asked a couple of people around. Asked a couple of the girls, and they did not disappoint. يعني بصراحة with the answers. Some funny ones, some obvious ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Amar? And يعني طبعا you're representing the male population عندنا. إنزين. Do you have let's start basic حاليا. Nothing too specific. بس في red flags عندكم?
Yeah, for
when
sure.
it comes to girls, when it comes to
in general, there's red flags overall for humans.
Yeah.
Our Lord and Savior future ترى صلاة.
لا لأن sometimes شنو يقولون مثلا عليهم the male population ما يلاحظون وايد. يعني you guys aren't very specific. ما بقول مو إن they don't pay attention. They're just not specific. You guys are very extremely versatile.
But there are obvious ones that I assume for everyone that's red flag. Like for example, narcissism.
بس في ناس على قولتك توا أن you won't pinpoint it unless it's too late ولا someone else comes in the picture and be like ترى be careful.
Yeah, it depends because we can be blinded by beauty and just forget everything else.
Yeah, with guys maybe that's
that's the situation with guys يعني.
Yeah. Some of the time, yeah.
And then it's too late and then it's red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag.
خاصة أحس إن يعني male population شوية it is more complex لأن their friendship is not like our friendship. Yani I can go up to my friend and be like, yo, your boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever is doing 1, 2, 3 wrong, and it's a red flag. Yani just be careful.
Yeah.
I can do that with a lot of my friends, but I guess with guys, not
sometimes
so
they don't
much.
want to they don't want to get involved in situation unless it's like something serious.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
In general, we don't share what happens between each other's
وهذا هو.
girlfriends, whatever.
وهذا هو.
Unless we're trying to help cover something up, you know.
I love that. طبعا
Bro code.
Yes.
Yeah.
طبعا we're gonna dive deep هالموضوع هذا today.
Yeah. So we'll list like a couple of the obvious ones and then a couple of like the more يعني specific ones.
Yalla, let's start. Give us a couple of like
the obvious ones.
the obvious ones عشان we'll see the male and the female
يعني
perspective.
obvious ones like egotistical, gaslighting.
But how can you pinpoint? يعني على قولت
يعني if you are aware of what gaslighting is,
إيه.
you will know, oh well, this person يعني is gaslighting you in certain like in such, it's all situation, like in a situation something happens to you, they're gaslighting you, they turn it around like and blame you.
Yeah.
But that's gaslighty behavior in itself.
إيه.
You know, and
أنا
if
هذا
they do
شيء وايد قاعد ألاحظه قاعد يصير.
and
these days.
if you do and if they do it like more than once and twice, خلاص, this is, you know, that's part of their behavior. You know, and it goes hand in hand with narcissism, because they're so narcissistic that they'll always like turn the tables on you.
Yes.
So it goes hand in hand with that.
Yeah.
Same thing goes hand in hand with egotistical, like being so up their ego and entitled. Oh my God, that's the worst. The entitlement.
No.
It's a hell no.
بس أرد وأقول it's so hard to pinpoint these out when you're deep into the relationship or deep into whatever.
Until it's too late.
Hey.
Like, I actually have an example of that. I have a friend that she was dating this guy and he was all of the above. All of the above of, walking red flag. It was a huge red flag. And all of us around her were seeing it, you know. He always gaslit her to a point where he kind of like almost brainwashed her into thinking whatever she's doing, like
صح,
automatically that's good, that's bad, that's good.
صح.
You have to be good. What you're doing is bad, whatever.
Yeah.
And like stripped her, like لدرجة like he gaslit her so much that kind of almost stripped her from her identity. Yeah. She didn't know who she was anymore or what she's doing in her life. And he isolated her because all her friends were seeing his bullshit, and like how like they were pinpointing, and she was like too blindly in love with it, or like the idea of it, and like he fed her like what she wanted to hear and stuff like that. He kind of like isolated her from her friends because he didn't want her to kind of like be aware of those situations until it was too late, and she fell on her face eventually and like realized all of that shit and how much of a bad person he was. On top of that, he was a cheater. We're not even gonna get into that. But all those things, and until it was a little bit too late and she got really hurt by it. But alhamdulillah, like she noticed them. What you said is like,
yeah, it's pretty heavy when حتى like the partner himself knows that your friends are like aware of his bullshit, and then he just tries to like nip the friendship in the bud
in an indirect way.
Oh, ترى by the way, I don't think guys do things in an indirect way. I guess you guys are very direct, but
narcissists
we're into that love situation اللي we don't realize it.
And then not only like ساعات, like okay, if one person mentions something in like a significant, like in your partner, and like okay, maybe that one person is like doesn't like, they don't get along, whatever. It's you don't really listen to that one person.
Yeah.
It's fine, like you overlook that. But when it's like multiple people around are seeing the same exact thing and saying the same exact thing, then you know there's an issue.
أكيد.
Yeah.
أكيد.
Then tell me about more.
Let's jump to عمر. خلينا نشوف شنو عندك like most common red flag عندكم.
Well, firstly, it's obvious from the beginning, because most of the time it's either she wants to be with you or she wants something from you. We are deathly afraid of being used, first of all, because a lot of girls out there, she's with the guy either because he has a fancy car, has money, he can give her a fun time, you know. So we're always looking out for that, you know. Does she want me or does she want what I have?
And how do you pinpoint that though?
By the way, from the way she, you know, carries herself.
Okay.
Asks for things. Sometimes she's focused on certain things that she wants to do more than other things.
Okay.
You know, which tells us, oh, she wants that more than she wants to actually be in a relationship. So she belongs to the streets.
بس هو صح I totally
even
believe
like
that.
even like as girls we do يعني we can tell like if a girl is into that with like if it is
احنا we can بس I'm trying to fixate on like if the guy is so fixated on how she looks or her beauty.
But some guys know she is like she is in it for that, but they still go for it.
Yeah.
And maybe they're not. They're probably some of them like they're not serious about it. They'll just entertain it for a while.
Exactly.
And then let it go.
لا هذا this is another topic. This is something خاص. He knows and he's okay with it. يصطف له. You know, like you're if you're okay with it, you're okay with it. I don't mind it. So I'm talking about people who are not يعني they didn't come into that realization yet. They're still, oh, she loves me. Oh, she wants to be with me. She loves me for who I am. But in reality, it's all because of the fancy car.
I mean, when it's
whatever.
obvious, it's obvious. And if you cannot see what's obvious, then the problem you have.
لا, I believe in some guys, they can't tell.
Yeah, for sure. Innocent. There's innocent guys out there that just.
I truly believe that.
Yeah. They're too innocent. They're too. They're inexperienced.
أيوة.
ما لسعوا من قبل few times.
هو صح. It happens they're there.
Yeah.
And then.
But then that's when friends come in. I think like maybe يعني in this case like يعني wouldn't your friends tell you that like yo ترى she's in it like.
Yeah, but they're blind. They still wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't.
Of course, listen. That's comes back to our first point where in some cases sometimes you won't realize it until it's too late.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to go through that to know what a relationship is not.
Yeah.
So.
What if the guy is married and that's his wife?
That's a whole different story. Because like was it arranged marriage?
Okay, خلينا نعطي scenario. He's married. The guy is married. Like خلينا نقول ما بقول too old, too young. خلينا نقول perfect age for marriage.
How were they married?
Traditional. Okay. I'm just gonna keep it really يعني basic. أيوة بالضبط. إنزين within our society يعني.
لا بس even with their society خلاص not like it hasn't been all traditional. So that's why I'm asking.
Oh, but I'm gonna keep it like يعني as the basic as possible. إنزين. So he's of age, basically perfect age for marriage. He married traditional. إنزين. His wife أول شيء عطت انطباع إن مسكينة فقيرة. That's how it all starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. بعدين it turns out she ain't.
Yeah.
That's the issue with arranged marriages.
وهو خلينا نقول the guy himself doesn't have experience. He's never been in a relationship before, or he hasn't been heartbroken before. I believe صراحة a person who's gonna get married has to be heartbroken at least once.
Yeah.
Then سواء from a perspective of a relationship ولا حتى a friendship.
Yeah.
يعني it's two different things, but that heartbreak or heartache from a friend or from a partner actually makes your personality شوية grow حتى your mindset.
Yeah, gosh, like when you see shit, like when you see bad stuff, not like even not from you, just sat like through friends or through family or whatever, you kind of learn of what is and what is not supposed to be in a relationship, and not like the good and the bad. فيعني that's also like even if you haven't gone through these things, sometimes like you see a friend going through it or like a family member, so and you kind of learn from other people's experiences along the way as well.
Definitely.
But going back to your example,
that's
a whole topic, another topic, but that's the problem the issue with traditional marriages, and one of the reasons I'm against that. لأن يعني you're not gonna know the person, and as we mentioned way back in a couple episodes, like marriage is not something easy. It's not something simple. It's not getting married to get married. So like when you marry someone, you have to know them very well before going into that, you know.
But a lot of people can also debate the fact that when you are in a relationship for X amount of years, that doesn't mean you know that person.
I know, but at the same time, you get less. How long? Yeah, for example, you said she acted in the beginning.
No, هو traditional.
She acted in the beginning.
It's easy
whatever.
to act.
But then, like, if say you were in a relationship for a year or so, are you going to be putting up an act that much for a year? Like certain situations.
Trust me, I know girls who can pull an act for like
years.
20 years.
Even guys can be a whole different personality for as long as it needs, you know.
Yeah.
For him to get to his goal. You know?
I know a lot of guys, unfortunately, I've heard stories, طبعا, and they're living a double life.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Every single guy.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. Every single guy has that second personality that he uses for certain people and the other one. You know?
But لا بس أنا حاليا
not certain person, like no, like a whole double life. Like he could be married and have kids.
Oh yeah.
And then like come on the other side as like
he has an apartment
single and like living his life and like dating.
He has a mistress
girls.
in every country, in every capital in the world.
Yeah. We all know who those guys are.
Yeah. You know someone that knows someone at least. You know someone that knows someone.
Yeah, guys would definitely have a friend that does that. I have a few friends that do that. At least a few.
So what other مثلا with the scenario that I said, with the situation that I gave, it's extremely traditional, extremely basic in our society. What would you do?
I mean, I would confront it to begin with.
Okay.
If the other person is, admittive, admit that they are they've been doing that for the year or 2 years of the marriage, and they're willing to change it, then I might give another chance, obviously. Mm-hmm. But if they're denying it, so I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peace out. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
Well,
it's very easy for me to just be like, okay, I'm out. خلاص.
Oh, with guys أنا أحس شوية different than girls. إحنا
So what are your red flags? Or like what you think are red flags? Then we'll get deep into the whole
red flags. أحس when someone says أنا too much. وأعوذ بك من كلمة أنا.
That's ego.
لا everything مثلا you're talking about you. مثلا I'm talking about today مثلا I went to work, this happened, nothing too serious. I'm just talking about مثلا work خلينا نقول. Literally the comment that's going to be reciprocated is not about what you said. It's about أنا بعد بالدوام I'm like
I drank a cup of coffee.
You know what I mean? Like
or trying to make it seem like I had a harder day than you.
Yes,
no matter what you say.
It's not a competition.
Yeah, it's like لا أنا اللي إيش فيك؟
عادي يا جماعة chill. We're just talking about our day. Nothing serious, you know. Or وصدق مثلا عادي. Or مثلا what makes it even worse إذا صدق something happened today at work that really annoyed you or really bugged you.
لا أنا بس أنا
تهاوشت وعادي أنت مثلا عادي الطرف الثاني يعطيك الفرصة إن أنت you explain yourself and you say the whole thing. أنا مثلا تهاوشت مع المدير اليوم وصار شي حدينا بالكامل got tension blah blah blah. حتى أنا اليوم صار وياي نفس الشيء. بس تدرين أنا تهاوشت مثلا مع HR. I'm like what؟
ما أعطوني إجازتي للمرة 17 السنة هذه.
صح. فأنا هذه كلمة أنا وأعوذ بك من كلمة أنا. I hate it.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for the past 7 years. ولا زلت راح أتم أقولها. ما في أحد مسكين يا جماعة.
No.
ما في أحد. كلنا سكاكين حاليا. ما في أحد مسكين.
Double edged bad.
ما في أحد مسكين. No ما في أحد مسكين. ما في أحد نايف.
Yeah.
ما في خلاص هذا
People act
الشابتر.
stupid. People act,
People
they're
are
naive
stupid.
just to get to what they want to get to, you
Yes,
know.
yes. نستعبط نسوي نفسنا غشيمين بس ما في حد مسكين بهالدنيا. ما في حد مسكين. لا ما في بوبريسيتو ما في بوبريسيتا بوبريسيتو ما فيش يا اختي ما فيش ما فيش.
Okay, back to red flags. A very common one as well, like controlling, judgmental, trying to change them based on what they want. Yani, and I know a lot of girls go through that here with guys because and they don't know, they think it's normal, عادي. Like, oh, you have to ask permission, or like controlling, send me a photo proof that where you are ولا يعني without a reason. No, sorry.
And then with the WhatsApp new شو اسمه new
location.
ايوه sharing live location
like,
or whatever.
That's ridiculous.
No.
Like if there's no trust, what's the point?
No,
But
abort that mission.
And then like they'll be very like usually the controlling ones are always the judgmental ones as well. That goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it's horrible when that happens in a relationship. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And I've been through it. I literally air tagged my ex.
Oh, so you are the red. You are.
You are the red flag.
No,
مع
it's
السلامة
like-
Celine. Let's pack our bags. Run.
Once you have 1% trust issue of any sort,
It's gone.
you either confront that issue or end it.
Yeah.
Yep.
ماكو فايدة. Life is too short, man. Like why make life even harder? Yeah. Just.
And I
out.
believe
Yeah.
relationships are simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should
Okay.
be. It should feel simple as
إيه.
well.
And then
Exactly. يعني
once في issues
trust issues. Yeah.
خاصة trust issues. And communication issues are fine لأن you both come from different backgrounds, different communication styles. So you have to find your own common ground. You have to. Sometimes people create their own common ground أصلاً and their own communication language. بس لما trust comes and becomes questionable and whatever, لا.
Well, also what
Oh my
comes
God.
hand in hand with controlling and judgmental is insecurity as well.
We all come with
Yeah.
some sort of insecurity.
We all have, we all have like, but then like, no, yeah, when someone's really insecure, like they become controlling because,
هذا baggage.
eh,
هذه المصيبة الثانية. هذه red flag ثانية. When you come in and you have a whole list of issues.
and you don't address them or try to fix them or work on fixing them.
I know a lot of people who know what their issues are, but they would never go to a therapist or seek help in any way.
The ego, that's when ego comes into play. Their ego ما يسمح لهم.
Oh, ego, oh, controlling. حتى when it comes to controlling, especially for people who are dating, يعني nothing serious. They're just exclusive, let's say. Send me a picture of what you're wearing. Where are you going? Let me approve that location.
Yeah. I had a friend that was like, let me see what you're wearing before going out, or show me like.
We all heard stories like that.
If you like, you know me very well. Why do you care? Like,
because he doesn't have an air tag.
or like, مثلا, send me where you're at, and then like give me a 360 just to double check.
What 360?
Yeah, and what the hell? What is
Okay,
that?
goodie.
What the hell is that?
Well, we can see different scenarios of being controlling. You either
And like one of the biggest things as well, where like I know a friend also like was telling me like, the minute they get married, like, oh, you cannot travel with your friends. You cannot, like, the whole traveling thing is an issue for them, and that comes back to insecurity.
Yeah,
it all comes back to like deep rooted issues.
when you tell someone to be able to do or not to do something,
the double standards for me as well. Like,
oh,
they can do, but like I can go travel with my friends, but you are not able to travel with your friends. Like, no, that's
ليش؟
no.
ليش؟
If you don't trust me, then
ردينا على سالفة trust.
Yeah.
لا. If you get anyone who has issues, and we all come with some sort of issues.
Of course.
ما في
Nobody's
أحد.
perfect.
أيوة بالضبط. ما حد perfect. Please روحوا عالجوا روحوا.
Or try to work, like, if it's like if I bring it up to you مثلا, acknowledge it and like be like, okay, I'm gonna try to fix it or try to work on it, but be like, oh, I'm not like this, I'm not doing this or whatever.
No.
and then there's also when it becomes also belittling you or trying to make you like that. And a form of manipulation is they always like try to like belittle you or like degrade you in a like يعني انت you're not enough, you're not appreciated, you're not like you can do better.
That's a huge red flag.
Yeah,
that's a huge
like
red
you should
flag.
accept me as I am يعني, and blacks, instead of you doing that, you should support me and lift me up and bring the good in me, not the bad in me, or tell me I'm bad.
I've noticed a lot of like strong females that are single. And I believe that's because of how the male population cannot and does not mesh well with strong-minded personalities when it comes to female.
Yeah.
It's not in...
And that comes to insecurities because they're insecure of themselves. They cannot be with someone that is like يعني better. Or like and they're strong and يعني they feel like I'll be living in her shadow. Or
well, that's the thing. If she is strong-minded or strong-willed or has a strong personality, that doesn't mean إن هي راح تطلع. هو أحس الخوف أكثر شيء, the fear is إن هي راح تطلع that personality on me.
I feel it's more of an insecurity من ناحية إن يعني I'm gonna look weak next to her.
Hey, she makes more money.
بالعكس, that's a good. You're supposed to be proud in she has
Guys,
a
successful.
That's a huge thing for guys.
what, her being successful or
Her making
or her,
more money than the guy. That's a huge thing. I see it also.
Aslan, one, why do you know her salary?
Why not?
You shouldn't. Her salary is hers.
Yeah.
X amount.
She knows my salary.
هي لازم تعرف your salary.
General information.
لا, هي لازم تعرف your salary. لأن أنت صاحب البيت.
Yeah.
أنت اللي you have to
Yeah,
bring
but
the
it's
meat
not like
home.
try to find out the salary. It's just known.
Okay, if it's just known,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a thing يعني.
Yeah.
بس بالعكس أنت المفروض you have some sort of a peace of mind إنه
أكيد.
يعني
That's
she's stable, she's financially good.
She's not gonna be using you for your money.
بالضبط. إنزين. That's it might be the other way around actually.
I would love personally. I would love that, but most guys, it's a problem.
أنا قاعد أشوفه وايد in our society.
It comes back to insecurity. Comes back to insecurity. And their ego ما يسمح لهم بهالشيء.
إن someone strong-willed or she's successful in her relationship, either or.
Both.
Yeah. If it's
I've
both
seen
together, that's مصيبة.
I've seen that.
That's why you see them single.
Yeah. A lot of guys, يعني if he is married to someone like that, he would belittle her. that's ما قلتي يعني.
Belittle her or make her feel bad about herself or gaslight her or something. Or it could be vice versa. من ناحية like I had a friend where she was like, this guy would tell her like, you belittle her in a way like, you need to educate yourself. You don't know much. You have to go learn. You're like almost like, you're uneducated. Although she is, it's just like, okay, she has different knowledge. Like, for example, say you're knowledgeable in something. I'm knowledgeable in something else. We don't have to have the same level of knowledge in everything.
Yeah.
You have to go take courses and educate yourself. And
whoa.
Yeah. Like,
whoa.
Sorry. Beep, beep, beep.
هو وايد شيء قاعد نشوفه هاليومين. Unfortunately, some girls fall for it, and it takes a toll on them.
Yeah.
Whether it's within their work life or حتى sometimes deep emotional, حتى mental.
Yeah, and that's why like it's very, very, very important in terms like if you're a guy or a girl, you have to know your worth. You have to know that you are worthy of what you are. You have a worth. Don't downgrade yourself or don't put yourself in positions على بالنا you don't know your worth. You're like, I can't, like, it is what it is or whatever. No, you know your worth. Be strong in that so that you don't fall for those things and like allow that to happen to you. Sometimes it happens inevitably, but like in terms like when you know your worth very well and you're very content in who you are, where you are, and you know yourself very well. ساعات it's hard for you to like fall for these things because you're like, no, I don't need this type of drama or chaos or unnecessary negativity in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
بس هو دائما يقولون وراء كل رجل عظيم امرأة عظيمة. Whether she's a stay-at-home wife or a country manager or global representative or whatever it is يعني. بس that's the best part of a relationship and the two partners bring the best out of each other. يعني إيد واحدة ما تصفق بالنهاية in a relationship. You get يعني مثلا from my perspective I bring the best out of my husband and vice versa. My husband
And
brings the best
that's
part
how
of me.
it should be in a healthy green flag relationship. That's how it should be in يعني you bring out the best in both. It's a partnership بالنهاية. But like when you're bringing out the negative in each other or one is negative, like it's not balanced, that's when it's a red flag.
What stories do you have about red flags?
I mentioned a lot of stories. I mean, I'm going to mention a couple of red flags that my friends, like some of the girls have said that I've asked. And a lot of it is very, like relatable as well.
Yeah.
Some of them are funny.
I love funny ones.
It's like they're more light. Some of them are يعني common and some are like more specific. Some of them are just light. All right, bad hygiene.
Oh my god.
Bad
yes.
nails, bad teeth. They don't brush their teeth. They don't like nails, teeth.
No.
Showering,
بحرنا? Showering twice a day minimum.
يعني at least like some perfume, like
Yeah.
into one that's very common also in Kuwait, mama's boys.
Tough topic. Tough topic.
I mean
We need a whole episode for that.
mama's boy. Yeah. And the thing in our unfortunately in our society, the moms baby their boys a lot, especially بعد like a only boy.
Ya Allah.
خلاص. But then like it's up to the guy how he like some guys they become very mama's boys, very attached.
ما في أحد راح يتدلع ويقول لا أحد يدلعني. من الآخر. So
Yeah.
the mama's boy episode TBA.
But then it becomes like them having mommy issues,
Yeah, and those guys become into F-boys.
This topic TBA.
TBD, yeah. No hobbies, no goals, no ambitions.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
لا.
that's so lame.
That's like not
lame.
mentally stimulating أصلا. Yeah,
أي شو قاعد تسوي في حياتك؟
just work.
موقعك بالإعراب شنو؟
ما أدري. أعرب ما تحت ولا حاجة.
إيه. يعني وبعدين
Just work.
لا
دوانية.
حتى لو work you're waking up every morning for what?
Yeah.
Best for that salary at the end of the month.
A lot. There's
وبعدين.
a lot like that.
أبي أسمع جواب هذا السؤال. أنا إذا ما عندي طموح بس I'm waking up every single morning for work. What am I waking up for?
إنه إيه يعني بس إنه يلا especially إنه يعني مثلا دوام وزارة ولا إنه just يعني they're not happy with where they are بس يعني it is what it
They
is.
wake up for basic human function.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm hungry.
Go
Oh, I
دوام.
need bathroom.
Come back home.
I
Lunch.
need money to eat. So I
دوانية.
need to do work. Basic human day-to-day life. Yeah.
ما اقتنعت بس أوكي. يعني مو ما اقتنعت بس قصدي إنه ما أحس شيء يدش المخ فاهم يعني.
It doesn't.
أي.
It doesn't. It's just the way it is.
It's not something. This is not supposed to be normal.
It's not.
بس.
That's why it's a red flag.
Yeah.
Okay. إيه definitely it's a red
Yeah.
flag.
Bad spending habits and financial planning.
Unfortunately, that's something so huge بالكويت.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like, say they're like if they don't have no responsibilities, okay, have fun with a bit of your money, but like be smart about it.
ما شوفي unfortunately when it comes to this topic specifically أنا to me it's not necessarily a red flag for that specific habit لأن you can some sort of teach them how to be financially
But
stable
it
or
depends. Like it's a two. Actually, this one's a two. Can go two ways. Too stingy.
لا but that's the thing عشان شي توني أكمل أقول المشكلة with people who are stingy you cannot nip that in the bud. You cannot get that stinginess out of someone. But for an overspender, no, I can give you a budget. I'll teach you how to use that budget. وصدق you can actually teach them.
like, okay, that is fine. But then you have those that are like, oh, I'm just going to go take a loan to
buy a car.
buy the newest iPhone مثلا. That's stupid, sorry.
لا هذا وايد stupid.
Yeah, that I meant it in that way, like the financial spending habits.
Yeah.
That like they'll go, oh, I want to travel here and go stay in like 7-star hotel, but I'll go. I can't afford it, I'm gonna go take a loan. No,
No,
يعني
you don't
that,
have to travel.
Yeah, that's what I meant by like the spending habits in that way, like the crazy reckless يعني spending that put you in debt.
Yeah.
Not the like overspending. That's different.
yeah.
يعني
بس لا, the red flag is stinginess.
stinginess to a T.
No, you can never make a stingy person not stingy. Like
Yeah.
الجس لو شنو صار بالدنيا.
ما البخيل ياكل العيار بالنهاية.
صدق.
Unfortunately.
لا هو صدق, هو هذا مثل انقال وحقيقة.
Yeah.
حقيقة وواقع.
شنو the end of it?
ما البخيل ياكل عيار, and at the end he'll get scammed by like him trying to make more money, and the scammer will take that money from
yeah.
him.
Okay.
العيار.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is also, it's a 2-in-1. Too into themselves, and at the same time because they care too much about what other people think.
Isn't that the whole thing that revolves around our society?
Not everyone, no.
Not everyone. Of course. هو طبعا راح يكون في.
But it's like when you're too into yourself that you care too much about what other people think. No.
بس هذا مجتمعنا unfortunately.
But-
That أنت قاعد تحكين عن a huge side of our population to a certain extent. راح
لا
تسمعين
there is
كلمة.
سمعي يعني اوكي الناس بتقول right.
إيه.
بس لا I mean إنه when you care, okay, it's fine, like our society, yeah, they care about what other people think. That's right. But there's a level to it. When
أكيد.
it's too much, it gets overboard. And then it becomes like إنه مثلا, we need to have a big wedding because like, what are the people gonna think? Are we stingy? To that level of like showing off.
فهمت عليك.
That's different, يعني, you know?
Yeah.
There's levels to caring about what other people think.
Oh, أكيد there
And
is
everyone
levels.
does care about what other people think to a certain level.
Yes.
And even if you do not care, to a certain level you do care, صح. But when you care too much,
No. هو كل شيء يزيد عن
Yeah.
حده ينقلب ضده. كل شيء. ومن هذه الأشياء طبعا تفكير الناس عنه or whatever
Yeah.
it is. هذا الشيء.
this one's a funny one. Instagram is all shirtless selfies.
Block, delete, report.
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 And then there also comes another one, اللي having a verified Instagram with like just what 500 followers.
Yeah.
Like
Why do you need that?
Who are you?
Why do you need that? Honestly.
All right. What else?
They're conflicted. That's why.
They're conflicted. Oh, another funny one. Geminis. I'm sorry.
I can't.
It just targeted like a whole population. مرة واحدة.
I'm so sorry. It's not me. It's the reputation you guys hold.
We're not gonna get into horoscopes. لأن ما راح نخلص. ما راح نخلص.
But wallah, يعني, that's what was
Whoever
said.
gave you that is funny. Is a funny person.
Oh, that's hilarious. Poor listening skills
Obviously.
and no emotional intelligence.
لا, no emotional intelligence معناته they're not mature enough.
Yeah. لا ساعات even if they're mature, they have no emotional intelligence. They cannot, يعني, they're not aware of how the other person is
No.
feeling.
Walk out the door.
Eyes lurking everywhere.
That's dangerous. You're just calling for trouble. You're just waiting for the next natural disaster to happen. بالآخر يعني. والله.
Yeah, for sure. شنو بعد? Love bombing, hot and cold.
I don't get that.
I have a friend that went through something. So she was dating this guy. يعني from the get-go, love bomb. يعني ready for marriage within that year.
Okay.
And then he like ويعني every day they were spending time together, blah blah blah, stuff like that. فجأة he travels, disappears. Oh, another thing, ghosting. زين, he disappears. And then like she tries contacting him. He's like, yeah, one day I'll tell you what happened. And just like disappears out of existence. So yeah, that combines a lot. Love bombing, ghosting.
I know a couple of people who went through that. عشان شي قاعد أقول I don't get it. I don't get the male perspective لمن they love bomb وبعدين they gaslight وبعدين they're nowhere to be found no excuse حتى an excuse حتى
I see that as cowardness.
أكيد
because they were going for something, they didn't get it, so they didn't
and
want
if you
to
don't
break
want
up and take responsibility for it.
If you don't want to be with that person, just say.
Yeah.
You're adults.
They just don't want to say it.
You're adults. Be like, listen, peace out. This can't work, or.
ما أحس إن it's something too hard to communicate يعني.
Just at least a text message. Bye, I'm out.
Why, in your perspective, Amar? Why would a guy?
Cowards.
They're cowards.
Yeah. Believe it or not, girls are way braver than guys.
يعني مثلا لما a guy فجأة he's just like nowhere to be found. انشقت الأرض وبلعتها. He's just being a coward and not saying I don't want you anymore.
Yeah. He hopes in خلاص she will get the message.
Is it what if years later he comes back and he's like يا خسارة يعني I lost something really good. شنو الموقف؟ هو صدق هل he was a coward one day and now he figured it out ولا
No, okay, he realized. Okay, but that doesn't mean she forgives ولا أي شيء.
No, أنا قصدي يعني مثلا ما راح مثلا كلمها مرة ثانية بس إنه بينه وبين نفسه صار في إنه يا خسارة يعني. يعني I had something good going و basically it went sideways because of me يعني لأن I did 1, 2 and 3.
Yeah, so live with it, I guess. A lot of guys go through that.
A lot of girls go through that.
Yeah. You discover something later on. Oh, shit. She was the one. He was the one. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. يعني
a little too late.
Yeah. The one always gets away. That's, the song.
Yeah.
The one who got away.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's hard to put yourself in that position to wake up one day and know that you're the one or you're the reason behind like a really good breakup. Or you're the one, or you're the one it's not working out with يعني ما أدري. It's tough
love.
Tough love حيل.
Tough love. I mean يعني بالنهاية it's like if you don't want it, just don't do it.
If you don't want to communicate it.
Communicate.
يعني
Unfortunately. And then continue.
what's next?
Those TikTok dances.
I'm not into TikTok, so I don't understand.
No, that's like what?
That's lame يعني.
Especially like okay if you
that's for children.
Yeah, like there's like these silly dances, like unless you're like a pro dancer, that's something else. It's like honestly these silly dances is like
yeah.
ما أدري شنو, and these weird songs and like they're into it like every single trend. That's crazy.
That's cringy, not even just lame.
ردينا على كلمة cringy.
That is cringe. Yeah, sad you're like, I can't see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to
burn
see
my I want to poke my own eyes or something.
I don't want to see it actually.
Yeah, don't. You're not on TikTok, are you?
I am, but I don't know how to use it, so I don't use it.
Okay. Yeah, don't.
No.
If you don't want cringe, don't use it.
Yeah, there's some
even the
cringe.
live. Sometimes you see some live people doing weird things.
That brings me to another one, social climbing. And you do it just to kind of like get that clout chasing clout and like you're just doing it just for the gram or just for the numbers. Yeah, that's cringe.
No,
that is cringe.
That is
that's a big ick too. A red flag. I just remembered when it's like when they call, but like it's عرفتي اللي it's ورا بعض.
Like 15 missed calls.
You leave your phone for like 10 minutes. Say you're going to shower, you come back with like 20 missed calls and you're like, what the hell happened? It's like, is there an emergency?
Yeah.
And that's like, why didn't you pick up? I was like, I was something.
I was in the shower.
Yeah. Don't ask me why I didn't pick up. There's a reason why I didn't pick up if I'm usually picking up.
الحنة يا جماعة الحنة.
Whiners. That actually one of the girls they met whiners.
Whiner. للحين هذول موجودين؟
Yeah.
اللي نقون
Eh,
Like
أحب
Leonard
النق.
Hofstadter, you know,
like Leonard.
with the high pitched voice.
Yes.
ويحن وايد, you know.
Yeah.
وايد يطحن.
إيه.
وايد.
الطحنة تجيب الفجر.
وايد
I'm
يطحن.
not a whiner. Remember that scene?
إيه.
He was whining.
Well,
and saying-
his mom, like, yeah, she was calling him out for it.
But yeah, I mean, this is what I collected. It was a collective thank you to all those that contributed. It was a collective effort.
Definitely. Thank you, Amar, for the male perspective as always.
Anytime.
There's probably a lot that we didn't cover.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear more.
If you have any, leave them in the comments.
Yeah, my male perspective is like from my side. There's too many different guys. Too many
Definitely.
different kinds.
Of course,
of
it's
men,
very,
you know?
it's very like complex.
Relative.
Hey, there's
And
a lot.
some are very
There's a lot to it.
specific. Some are like, oh, there's one actually I forgot. Like for one of they said like when the boys come over everything, like they'll cancel plans on you at all and at any time just to be with
their friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
like putting the boys over everything.
Hey, the boys.
هذا جاي.
لا عمر is a walking red flag أصلا.
Yeah.
He is a red flag خلاص.
I'm air tagging chicks and
I don't know what the hell you're doing, but
Yeah, he
يعني.
is a walking red flag خلاص. We're red flagging him. We're spraying red paint on him.
I swear to God.
Beware.
ما أدري. أحس karma's gonna bite you someday.
And it always does. I feel like it always does come back to you one way or another. Karma's a good person.
hey, but at least I didn't put a tracker that she can't find or I lied about it. No, I
قص
told
على
her.
نفسك قص على نفسك قص على نفسك قص على نفسك قص على قاعد يجمل الموضوع يعني.
Because I have a tracker. I have a tracker that's not an air tag, you know. I can put it anywhere and nobody can find it.
Girls, check your cars. Check
If you know
underneath.
me, you know.
ما أدري.
Check underneath your cars. Checking the tires. You
ما
know.
أدري. Do something.
Checking your phones.
Girls, don't be sending no live location to nobody.
Yeah, unless you are in like, and as friends, we do send it to each other if like it's, yeah, and you just to be safe, you know, like
Which is fine.
for safety. For if it's coming from you, like, hey, this is my live location, just so that you can have it, it's fine. But when you're being forced to do it,
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Anytime you're being forced to do something, red flag.
Or لا مثلا you're going to grab coffee, send me your live location. Dude, I'm just going to grab a cup of coffee.
Send me the coffee you're drinking right now. Let me see your name.
Take a
on it.
picture. Take a picture of the coffee that you went to grab, or if you're in the salon, take a picture that you're in the salon. La.
Or those that are like, oh, another one that I just remember, like those are like on the phone 24/7. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll stay with you on the line when you're just so they can like they're trying to be indirect, but just so that they can hear who they're talking to, what's going on in the background, and all that.
And I've always noticed something when it comes to red flags, when their reputation is bad, and you're getting comments from people in tara, be careful, he, whatever, is bad, is rude, is extremely financial. Listen to those people, especially if it's extremely collective, and those people who are telling you that.
No, like it's not because they have anything to gain out of it. They're looking out for you. Another thing, a big red flag for me is how they treat people.
Definitely.
Especially like people that are lower than them or something.
Like waiters.
Yeah, how they treat people is like makes a big difference. Like, are they snobby? Do they look down upon people, or are they humble?
Do they say thank you and please?
Exactly. That's
Are
one
they
thing keep an eye
are they
out.
helpful?
Yeah.
That's a big thing. They have to be like, offering the help and not selfish.
Definitely. وايد
They just keep coming out. ما
وايد
أدري.
أشياء وايد
Yeah,
أشياء.
so
At the end of the day, we all need therapists.
of course,
All of us.
nobody's perfect. We all have like every single person. Like you probably have like some minor red flag that's insignificant, but you acknowledge it. Like
Definitely.
As long as you know they exist and you're working on it, you should be good.
We all come with issues. We all come with baggage.
who has that
Exactly.
song? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Doesn't ring a bell. Sorry.
I need to know the song. I know it. I know who it. I know the song. Is it Mary J? I think it's Mary J.
ترى عمر has to leave فرح.
1
فرح.
second.
عمر has to leave.
Okay, it's J. Cole actually. Oh, okay. Hey, so, you know, J. Cole said it. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect, ay, ay.
Oh, nobody's perfect. Such. Wrapping it up with red flags for
Red
the day.
flags, juicy episode.
Extremely.
Yes.
We definitely love to hear more about what other people
If you have
has to
any
say.
red flags, leave them in the comments below. We would like to
Definitely.
see your red flags. We probably haven't mentioned a lot of them.
Yeah.
Some of them are petty. I know there's some petty ones out there.
But so it might be petty
Yeah.
to you, but
Yeah.
to another person.
Yeah, I think for some it could be like their coffee order is a red flag.
مثلا طبعا the Spanish latte fiasco is not okay. You ain't drinking no Spanish latte
Or
around
for
me.
Celine, if they wear socks with slides,
No.
that's a red flag for
No.
Celine.
Take them off.
Bad taste in music.
Obviously. انزين خلاص بس we're gonna
يلا.
wrap it up.
Wrapping
ما
it
راح
up.
نخلص ما راح
Yeah,
نخلص
ما راح نخلص. Wrapping it up. Hope you guys like this episode. Like, subscribe, follow, you know, the whole shebang.
In all our socials.
And all the socials. And as always, keep it for real.
Big love.
Peace.